soon as we close, tap below that. Okay. Let's go. So, man, should I do these as two separate entries? Yeah, I'll do two separate ones. So, oh, what did he say? He said just target the previous day, high or low. Oh, I don't need to switch time frames to find that out, do I? Okay. So, we could just be searching for some simple liquidity from yesterday, being right here, boom, or being right here for a second target, boom, and then having an overall target right here, boom. Get off my chart. Alright, okay, so we see internal range liquidity sweep. Oh, dang. Was this? Hold on. I gotta reevaluate. So, yes, we did. Oh, no, we didn't. This might have, but we were tapping into... Nope. That couldn't have been that. What was it in this area? I know, yes, we did sweep above this, but this was before 7 a.m., so I wouldn't even want to use that. Yeah, we're not gonna use that at all. Unless this was making a higher low, and I knew that, but I don't know that from left side of the chart, so but this break, let me see, I probably just would have wanted to wait for this one, if I'm being all honesty. This is a sweep, but unless you waited for this at 12:15 p.m., it probably would have been yeah, I can see that. So yeah, we're not gonna use this one because I don't think I would have used it. I just don't want to use anything before 7, just staying consistent. The liquidity, yeah, we took internal range liquidity before 7, not external, so Let me see. We'd use this 12:45 p.m. He said that isn't recommended, but I say 12:45 1 p.m. I'll probably put 12:45. Exit time. So let me see. If I'm looking at this first one, it's 3 p.m. Looking at this second one, 11:45. This third one, 3 a.m. So I'm gonna use the third one just because I feel like that'd be good. 3 a.m. How long did this trade last? Okay, so that's what it means to be kind of short term. Let me see. 14 hours. Stop loss size. Na 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 na. 15.9. 16. Draw down. Santa Claus is coming to town. Why is that stuck in my head right now, man? How many pips after TP? Oh, after last TP. What if this was the last TP? That's 18 pips. Oh, man. Oh, was this Tuesday's low? I don't know. I'll just use that whole thing because $104. Okay, so ooh, what is it that I'm thinking about that won't let me journal this? So with this setup though, what I'm seeing is it feels a gap on the daily chart. And I don't know if I would have seen that we would have been going to that on a daily. Let me see. Dang. I'm so used to turning my phone sideways, man. So, let me see. Around this time, what would my bias have needed to be? Okay, so, boom. So we would have had a bearish bias on the weeks. So here. Yeah, our bias probably would have been bearish up to here. I think, no, I wasn't trading during this time, but I could have got tripped up in this if I wasn't paying attention. But I think for the most part, our bias would have been bearish. So, looking at the daily at this time, after, yep, boom. So after this liquidity sweep, this candle, so there was a small liquidity sweep right here on the daily time frame, in which you could have gotten in a good sell sweep. There was no fair value gap or anything after this sweep. We came in, dang, hold on, let me see. So sweep, break, and then yeah, I definitely need to investigate this a little bit more. So, walking through what I see candle by candle. So, for this week, consolidation. Right here's the manipulation for this week. We swept above this internal range liquidity. And then we came and we broke structure, or we just closed below this candle. And then we swept this. We could be tapping into something here. Let me see. Yep, we filled in this gap. So after we filled in this gap, from what I know about filling in gaps, a lot of the times you can get a liquidity sweep immediately after. So we fill in this gap, we get a sweep of liquidity, but our overall bias is still bearish. So it would make sense to target that bottom level, but it'd also be, I don't know, I just haven't collected a lot of data to have that type of confidence to hold for that long. So outside of that, but I'm literally just back testing, so I'm not too sure what it is in my personality right now that just won't let me journal that. Is like a trade that I would have taken, but looking at it right here, it's like I can clearly look at it in hindsight and study it and get enough of those examples to where I understand that model, or look at the data behind the model and not even just trust in my memory. The biggest part of my development that I've been, putting off is the same part that I need to develop to progress anywhere else. It's the ability to just sit down and like do homework, sit down and collect data. So like I can pretty much read a good portion of the PD arrays. I don't know if I know all of them. I'm not super organized, so I haven't went through the 2022 model in order. I didn't go through the core content in order. I just kind of watched a couple videos and then did my best to apply what I learned. And I feel like for the most part, I know enough to be like 50% accurate or more and outline trades that have a potential to be pretty high R or consistent small R, but I don't have any data. So I did all that stuff without collecting data, however you say it. And I feel like I could have been done. I could have arrived, but me just putting off that, treating it like a hobby, really stunted my growth. So if anybody does have the opportunity to hear this message, I'd just say like, just do your best to do it the way that your instructor is telling you how to do it, because they're giving you the shortcut. Like, anyways, okay, yeah, so that would make sense to target that level, and it would make sense over here to target this level whenever we get there. So going back to the 15-minute. Where we at though? Okay. We're gonna continue logging that one. So I'm not gonna say that. We're gonna say that wasn't when I entered. This was TP size 128 pips. Okay, yeah. Killzone, New York, entry time frame, exit 3 a.m. Exit 7 a.m. Boom, boom, boom. Shake it. I said Barbara and title it. Down, run out of fuel. So let me see. Power of 3, pull back, neutral. I'm not 100% sure what this means, but power of 3 is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So is it in one of those stages? I think I would say distribution. Daily time frame. What does that mean? Yeah. So I think if we were pulling back, that's one thing. If we were neutral and consolidating, that's one thing. And then power 3 would be I don't even want to enter on distribution, which I guess is let's say I'll just say distribution. I don't know. Hourly time frame, a run, a pullback, or neutral. Again, I'd say a run. Okay, I'm gonna use that word instead. I feel like. I ran out of fuel. I won't. Down. Okay, so in a trade like this, right, I think it would be fair for half to come off here. So if this was half to come off here, probably another half here, and then the rest off here. So this could only be 1/4%. 1/4% times 8 is 4% plus, let me see. Oh, wait. $6.5. Don't judge me. $6.15%. News that day, man. For a couple decades. What date is this? Oh, was this year? Yep, 2025. 2525. Oh, not for employment and an IMS. So my general takeaways is, there's one thing I know I'm missing that'll help me hope for further targets. Yes. Oh, I Is that right? 1%. Oh no, that wouldn't be 1%. Oh. I don't know the math, but it'd be different based off every example. Alright. So we're gonna take that. We'll go cut it. Still got a little bit more time. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, your past seems close behind. Your past seems close behind. Down in the underworld.